Now this is the continuation from the previous video. Now here are the two primary methods to add field, right? So we can add field using any of these two methods. Now see here, I need to make it a little bigger here. We will go to the data sheet view and see. Now here, wait. Now I'll move this little to this side here, right? Now here, once you create actually the database table, after inserting fields, always this will come here. No? Click to add. Using this, right, you can select whatever the data type you want. For example, I say the short, and then you can change this name as well. Whatever the name you want, you can give it. Likewise, you can set the field here. Now this field is set to short text, right? Now I'll delete this one, right? The other method is, without using this, you can just type the field name, but later you need to change the type. The database will automatically select the type. Now you have typed the text. Now it will take the default value as short text here. It is taken as a short text. Now once you go to the design view and see, it will be short text, but later if you want, you can change it. Okay, right? Now it's very simple, right? So therefore always you try with the graphical view, then you will familiar with it, right? Now in the previous videos I explain about the forms, right? It is very easy to add data. Therefore whomever not familiar with even the database system, using forms, they can just insert records, right? Therefore we need to remember this. Forms are used actually to, even the unfamiliar users can insert records. Then what is reports? It is actually printer friendly format. Now if we want to take a printout, we will convert our table to report. Always to create something, you always need to select the create tab, that we all know, right? Already we have done this here. Now here, this once you select the create tab, you can run query wizard, you can run form. Some advanced thing you can do with the form design, and some here more forms mean options are there here. Once you select this, it will display the multiple item, right? This is actually given the data sheet view, the split form, the down, okay, the property page, and here it will give the form record to insert. Likewise different ways possible. For example, if I select this here, multiple the forms come here, multiple field. Likewise there are settings we can select. Always you come to create, and then you can select the query or form, right? Then here if you want to create a report, again here report, right? This is actually under form layout tool, under create. When you select create under form layout tool, this comes, right? Then this is very clear, already I explained. Description is not a must, optional, right? Then a lookup field. Combo box is a column with a list of values from which a user can choose the desired value in access. This means we can actually create a combo box. Combo box sense. Now come here, we will go to home. We will close this, right? Close this, no need to save. Now here what we can do is we can go to the design view, right, and I will select a field because I have made it small, that's what it is coming like this, right. I will create a field called here test, and here I'll be selecting lookup wizard. I'll be selecting lookup wizard, and here I will type in the value that I want. Okay, right. For example, let's say for there will be a selection for A grade, then B grade, then C grade. So I want this selection to come in that test field. Now I'll say next and finish. Now I'll go to datasheet view, right. You must save first. Okay, now I will take those final record here, the test. When you are inserting value for text, now see here, you can make it whether it is a C, A, B or C. To select that only it is given, right. Then there will be another record here, I'll be selecting, that is the grade C. Likewise, right. Now it is very clear, that is actually the lookup field, right. Then the input marks property, what is the purpose of using this, right. The previous videos I explained, right, validation. So this is actually the input mask is used exactly what type of format we are using. It will control the format. This will define a rule. For example, you can strictly tell between 0 and 100. Then if you insert any value above 100 or any value below 0, even you can set up the error message to display. So that is actually the validation rule, right. We should know the purpose of this, that in the previous video I have clearly set the validation rule also. Input mark is actually for the data format. So therefore, now let's say you need 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 numbers. 10 numbers should be printed like this, otherwise it won't accept. But here we can apply logic, rules. These are the condition. If this condition is not met, don't allow to insert. Here the format is not matched, don't allow to insert. Then lookup field is clear, no? Provides a drop down list to restrict input to specific A, B or C. That's all. Whatever the options we have assigned there. Default value I showed you. Whenever creating the field, you can just type it and create. Then actually the database will assign the default value. Later we can change. That is to speed up the process, right. We no need to select and wait. You can quickly type, it will automatically assign default values for number, for the date likewise. Later if we want, we can go to the design view and we can change it, right. Because we are going to the design view, easy to change. Otherwise datasheet view also we can later change. Now queries not only for the table, we can use for the forms, reports, whatever, right. You can run the query, right. Now already query saved. If you want to run, right, you can double click the query name and you can run it. But in the design view, the result group, you can use the run command. Now see here, now I will go to this in the datasheet view. So if you want to, it already saved, right, you can just double click it and you can see already we have run that query and saved, right. Then in the design view, once you go to the design view, why they ask whether we are familiar with the database to check. Otherwise you can use whatever the method you want, right? Now in the design view, you see there is a run command, right? The query tools, the design tab, there is a run, so you can run this. Both method is possible. Clear? Now these are the basic thing we need to understand. So previously we have done the practical how to use it, and in the question format they may prompt this kind of question, then you need to get familiar with it. That's all, nothing else. Now all these we checked, right? What is the actual meaning of this? Once you go to the graphical view, it is very simple, right? So here the access database first and the second chapter all included, right? Once you complete all these videos and the final one just to understand the question format, then the complete first and second is complete. Our third one is actually cutting edge technology. That is actually the basic theory part, so I'll be uploading that as well. Then there won't be any issue. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.